I'm here virtually with Bryce Dazell, the operations manager for the Olympia Farmers Market. Let's learn how the farmers market is ensuring our safety and health and that of the public during this COVID-19 pandemic. It's impacting everybody's lives. Bryce, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Commissioner. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today.
Well, let me ask you first, personally, how has this impacted your life and how are you adapting?
Well, I'd say the biggest impact to my reality is that I'm working remotely now. I've been performing all of my meetings through Zoom, GoToMeeting, Skype, and over the phone, coordinating my work schedule with my partner, who is also working full-time remotely, while at the same time caring for our 4-month-old baby has been challenging.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, even though it's a difficult time and we're unable to rely on any childcare at this time to help us out, the situation has really turned out to be a blessing in some ways. We're both having the opportunity to spend more time with our baby and slow down and focus on what's really important in life.
I sure like the fact that many people are finding that silver lining through negativity and disruption. And like so many, I'm sure our local farmers are feeling the impact, the economic pinch of this pandemic. Can you tell me in what kind of ways our farmers are impacted?
Yeah, at this point, the biggest impact to our farmers right now is that many of them have lost their outlets to sell their produce. With many restaurants closed or downsized, there are many wholesale accounts for farmers that have been placed on hold. Additionally, some farmers markets up north have closed temporarily, and many farmers markets have been delayed. Their openings have been delayed while their organizers prepare for a new way of doing business. Farmers are counting on these farmers market sales and wholesale accounts, and some of them are finding themselves in a position of having produce that they're unable to connect with consumers. And right now, farmers are planning and planting their crops for the upcoming year. And some of them are considering whether they should plant fewer crops this year if they are unable to find outlets to sell that produce.
Wow. Well, now, Bryce, the market's now open. Can you tell us what the days of the week and the hours are?
Yeah, through April, we're down to just Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. Normally we'd be Thursday through Sunday, but we're trying a Saturday and Sunday thing right now.
Okay. And how has the market adapted to ensure social distancing?
Well, where to begin? We're really doing a lot here. The market looks drastically different now from anything I've ever seen before, not just in the physical layout and vendor mix, but in the behavior and the mindsets of the customers and vendors as well. At this point, we're not permitting any of our crafters to participate in the market to help reduce the number of customer traffic and increase spacing between our vendors. Whereas normally we would see 70 plus vendors participating on any given day, right now we're seeing only 30 vendors per day. Normally we would be seeing several hundred customers on site at any given point in time. Now, last weekend, our highest customer count of the weekend was 65 customers at the highest point. But for much of the time, the customer count was considerably lower than that. Wow. We're seeing customers come down, grab their goods, wash their hands, and get out. And that's what we want to be seeing right now. We've spaced out all of our vendors that we do have, and we've placed markers on the ground to help control customer queues and maintain that 6-foot distancing. We've increased signage, informing customers about proper hand washing techniques and ways to reduce the potential spread of illness, such as wearing a mask, not touching the produce, not touching your face, staying home if you're sick. And we're prepared to take further steps if necessary to further control customer traffic by roping off the market and only admitting customers on a 1-for-1 basis as customers exit the market to maintain a safe occupancy. But for now, we haven't had to implement that procedure. For now, our customers are doing a really good job of adapting to these new guidelines and maintaining the proper social distancing standards.
Well, that's good to hear. And I have observed where people are self-policing and doing a good job in maintaining the minimum standards. I understand also, as you mentioned, so people customers aren't handling the produce, that many of the vendors, I don't know if it's all of them, but many of the vendors are pre-boxing or pre-packaging produce to go. So a customer come up, grab it, pay for it, and leave.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just one of the ways that farmers are helping. Also, a lot of produce down there is pre-bagged. If you haven't placed an order ahead of time, you can still show up and point to what you want, and it's all bagged up. Also, the farmers will handle the produce for you, grab those bags and hand them to you, so customers aren't physically handling any of that product.
Oh, that's perfect. But I didn't know this. People can call ahead and order?
Yeah, it's kind of specific to each vendor at this point. The farmers market isn't facilitating that process right now, but most of our participating farmers right now, if you contact them, they will tell you what the different ways are that they're trying to get their produce to customers.
Oh.
But that's definitely one of them. Some of them are doing home deliveries, CSAs.
And tell the public what CSA is.
CSA. So the CSA is a pre-purchased commitment where you give the farmer a lump sum of money up front, and then you're guaranteed to get boxes of produce on a weekly basis that are hand selected by the farmers. It's convenient, it's secure. It gives farmers the cash flow that they need early on in the year to produce the goods, and it gets your foot in the door, so to speak, as far as getting some guaranteed produce. And
CSA stands for?
It's Community Supported Agriculture.
Yes, thank you. That's what I wanted to hear that.
Yeah.
How can we support our local farmers?
Well, consider signing up for a CSA share would be the primary way. Check on the farmers' websites and call them to see what other purchasing options they have available. Many are currently doing pre-ordered produce boxes. Some have online stores. Some are doing home delivery or drop sites. There's a lot of different shopping options being utilized right now. If you don't know which farmers to support or where to begin looking for contact information, you can visit our website at olympiafarmersmarket.com and click on the vendors tab. There we have a complete list of our farmers with links to their websites and contact information.
Perfect. That was my next question. Where can people go to get more information, at least on the farmers market? So can you repeat that address again?
Yeah, we're keeping our website updated daily at olympiafarmersmarket.com. There you can find a complete list of our vendors, including a list of which vendors will be participating each coming weekend and a list of what products will be available at the market this weekend. We're also pushing out tons of information on our Facebook and Instagram accounts. Also, you can sign up for our newsletter on our website and receive monthly information about what's new and what's fresh at the market. Please check on our website before heading down to the market for what you can do as a customer to help keep the market safe, including only sending one member of your family to do the shopping, only touching the produce that you're buying, wearing a mask, maintaining that 6-foot physical distance, utilizing our hand washing stations and sanitizing stations frequently, and please stay home if you're showing any symptoms of sickness.
Perfect. Thank you, Bryce Dazell, the operations manager for the Olympia Farmers Market. I've been a consistent supporter of the farmers market, and I love it. And this is just killing me, not being able to get down there for the opening season, but I'll be down there shortly to get some produce. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, thank you again for having me. Your support of farmers and farmers markets as a primary direct sales outlet is vital, especially now. Again, just visit our website, olympiafarmersmarket.com, for up-to-date information. Also, I just want to remind everyone that we have a lot of members of the farmers market and this community who can't participate at the market at this time. Our local artists and crafters who are unable to sell at the market right now are facing hardships because of it. Many of them are doing online sales, shipping and delivering and many are selling gift certificates, which is a great way that you can show your support of them. Their contact information is available on our website as well.
Very good information. Thank you so much for taking this time with us. Greatly appreciate it. And I really hope to meet you soon in person.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bryce. If you want to avoid people in the produce section at your local chain grocery store, and if you want to support our local farmers, check out the Olympia Farmers Market on Saturdays and Sundays. You can also visit the Farmer's Basket, a buyer's guide, at the Thurston Conservation District website. That's thurstoncd.com. It's a virtual farmers market set up to be an accessible way to connect with and support local farms through direct purchase and retail opportunities. Fresh farm to the table. Produce, dairy, eggs, and an assorted group of unique gifts. Thank you for watching, and remain safe. And I'm hoping to see you personally in person very soon. Thank you.